Okay, today we are moving on to lesson number 4. And this lesson is about the different changes of state. And this is a big one, so this might take a little while. And I have multiple videos I need you to watch as well after this. Lots of them are really cool. I think they're going to capture your interest. So, changes of state, there are 6 different ones. 4 of them are, I think you might have a better grasp and concept with them. And 2 of them are more complicated. We'll definitely have to watch the videos for those ones to understand them. So, first change of state I'm going to talk to you about is melting. This is when a solid changes into a liquid. A good example of this would be marshmallow. When you're roasting it over the fire, it started out as a solid object, and then it melts, it becomes droopy, it becomes drippy. Like some of the words we use to describe a liquid, it becomes drippy, flowy, words like that. So that is what melting is. Freezing is when a liquid turns into a solid. So an example of this would be water turning into ice. So sometimes on like the snowy roads here in Saskatchewan, when you might have freezing rain, so it might be raining, temperature dips down, cools off the rain into ice, and then you get these terribly slippery roads happening. Next one I want to talk to you about is evaporation. So this is when a liquid turns into a gas. Great example of this would be puddles. Probably notice that puddles outside don't always stay on the ground forever. They eventually disappear. This is due to evaporation, when that liquid, the sun hits it, and it eventually turns to a gas and makes it disappear, which is part of the water cycle, but I don't really want to get into that right now. Another time. Condensation. So a great example of this is gas turning into a liquid, so the opposite of evaporation. A great example of this would be when you are taking a nice hot shower, and the steam from the shower, the gas, goes onto your mirror and turns into a drippy liquid. That is a good example of condensation. Now we're going to move on to the 2 more complex ones. Sublimation, which is when a solid turns into a gas. I have a very cool video for you about dry ice. So dry ice would be the example here. I believe that it's carbon, pure carbon, and it gives off a gas. So in the video, he takes this solid, dry ice carbon, rubs it on the ground, and it gives off a gas, and it makes the solid float. So it's floating along. It's really cool. You can kind of play like a little bit of kind of hockey with it. It's almost like a puck moving around, kind of slides because it's floating with the gas that it's giving off. It's very cool. Really have to watch the video. And then there's deposition, which is the next one. A very complex one. So when a gas turns into a solid, and it is very rare to see this. I'm going to show you a video of it though. Okay, so just went through 6 different changes of state. So melting, freezing, evaporation, condensation, sublimation, deposition. And you're going to have multiple choice questions that you have to go through where it will give you an example, and you have to choose which of those 6 they were talking about. Okay? I also, yet again, need you to send me a picture from your trip of one of these 6 things happening in your trip. Okay? So, could be anything. please get creative, and yeah, believe that is pretty much it. So after this, there's one more lesson on reversible and non-reversible changes. But yeah, that is it for today. Just finish the questions. Any questions, email me. And there's going to be a lot of other videos, side videos, to help you understand this that I want you to watch. They're very good. You'll enjoy them, trust me. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.